Josh has massively been involved in that. He and Ethan, but all the graphics, all these beautiful graphics and things, Josh is just as the guy that's done that. But he's also a very successful businessman, and he's just getting a good start. He and his wife, and they're doing some amazing things. And so I'm bringing him out. We're going to talk about business. This is a case study of how he has either watched someone do it or he's doing it on his own. So come out here and let's go ahead, Josh. Take it away.
Okay, can you see my screen, Tom?
I can.
Can you see my mouse right here?
Yep, I can.
Okay, sweet. So definitely I'm not a business owner, Tom, but um yeah, I have a quick small business case study for you guys. So hi everyone. I saw this awesome Facebook video. A guy named Ron is a high school student who wants to earn extra money. So, but instead of waiting for an opportunity, he decided to create one. So Ron knew that if he wanted to make more money, he needed to hustle. So he looked around and asked a simple question: what do people need every day? The answer was obvious: food. People need food. So with just his 200 pesos in capital, Ron decided to start small. He used the money to buy ingredients and make lumpia, or some calls it Filipino spring rolls, that he could sell to classmates, friends, or even random people outside while studying. So his goal is to turn his 200 pesos and 5x it. No fancy business plan, no big investors, just initiative, creativity, and the willingness to start small. So in this video, you'll see exactly how he did it.
200 pesos, gagawin nating negosyo to. Papalakihin ko to. Magkano po isa ano?
Ay, next. Lagi.
Dito tayo guys, bibili ng lumpia wrapper. Yung. Magkano po to?
Timbahin natin. Ay, mga kain.
Ito nga pala na pamili ko guys. Yan! Inislice ko na nga pala yung mga binili ko. Tada! Yan! Tapos na. Babalutin ko na lang to guys. Yan! Bukas ko nga pala ito lulutuin guys bago ako pumasok. Kasi sa school tayo magtitinda. Let's go! Yun! Bebenta ko na lang siya guys. Papasok ako mamayang 7. 7 pasok ko eh. Let's go! Sayonara man. I'm gonna go to school. Pasok na ako school guys. Ayun! Bye ma'am! Yeah, let's go!
Ilan po ito? Dalawa na ko. Ayun, bigyan mo na po yung 20 pre. Ito yung ano.
Ay, may panok din.
Okay po.
Toge.
10 lang, lumpiang toge. Apa.
Ilan na lang ba yan?
Hindi mo.
Uy, nice one.
Okay lang po, kasama kayo?
Oh, sure.
Yung.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Ubus na guys.
Business, good business.
Sarap magnegosyo guys kapag may mga katulong ako guys. Ito nga pala mga supporter ko. Pakita mo, sold out. Sold out. Sold out. Easy money. Easy money man. Yun, sold out. Sold out guys. Easy money. Easy money man. Easy money. Easy money man. Easy.
All right, students. So now that you watched Ron's video, let's break it down. So this wasn't just about lumpia. This was about thinking like an entrepreneur. So he started small, but he started. Ron didn't wait until he had 10,000 pesos. He didn't wait until he graduated. He didn't wait until he felt ready, but he just started with 200 pesos, or maybe in American dollars it's probably $4. So the lesson here is you don't need big money to start. You need initiative. Many people say, I don't have enough capital, but Ron proved that starting small is better than not starting at all. So before we break it down, what did Ron do well? So he solved a real problem. He asked a powerful question. What do people need every day? Obviously, it's food. Students get hungry, teachers get hungry, people buy convenience. He didn't invent something complicated. He solved something people already wanted. So the lesson here is the best businesses solve simple problems, everyday problems. So ask yourself, what do people complain about? What do people run out of? And what do people buy often? And that's your opportunity. So he started small. He didn't wait for the perfect timing. He only used what he had, the resources he have, how he can 5x his 200 pesos. And what we can learn here is that action beats hesitation. Just like what Tom always say, just go do it. And small capital is not an excuse. Ron focused on multiplying his money. His goal was to 5x his capital. And that's an investor mindset. He wasn't thinking like a consumer, but he was thinking like an owner. So the lesson here is you need to ask yourself, how can I multiply this money? Not how can I spend this money? So here is lesson 2, solve a real problem. People get hungry at school. Food is a daily need. Simple solution often win and look for everyday demand. So I have here is a 5-step formula to start your business, just like 5 step of Tom. But here I have is step number 1, start with what you have. Skills, time, small capital, access to people, and use what's in your hand. Step number 2 is find a simple need. Look around. School, church, neighborhood, or even online community. And what do people consistently buy? Step number three is test small. Don't overcomplicate it. Start with one product, one service, and even one simple offer. Test it, learn it, and adjust. Step number 4 is track your numbers. Know how much you spent, know how much you earned, know your profit, because entrepreneurs track and consumer guess. And lastly, step number 5, reinvest and multiply. This is the very important step in the 5-step formula. Don't just spend your profit, reinvest it. Grow inventory, improve quality, and expand your customers. So that's how 200 pesos turns into 1,000 pesos. So for sure, 1,000 pesos turns into 10,000 pesos. So this week, I have a challenge for you, for all of you guys here in the Zoom call. You should write your small business idea. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be very simple. So write it. Ask yourself these questions. What's your starting capital needed? And number 2, who is your customer? Number 3, how will you 3x or 5x your money? So final challenge for all of you. If Ron can start with 200 pesos, what's stopping you? You don't need permission, you don't need perfect conditions, and you definitely don't need rich parents. You need initiative, observation, courage, and just like what Tom is always saying, action. Small seeds grow into big trees. Now, the question is, what seed are you going to plant? And that's all from me, Tom.
So
Any additions you want to ask?
yeah, my big takeaway on that is now just add zeros. Just add zeros to it. But you started small. I just want you to go out there and get it going. Life is about momentum. It's really about momentum. So you need to start with something, get something going. And you learned a little system, you had a little bit of success. And then the next thing is, how do you add a zero to it? Because it's there's so many moving parts to it. And then the next thing is to have, it's gonna have the same moving parts if you sell, $20 worth of product, or if you sell $200 worth of product. But the key is start with something, get it going, and then add and multiply. Simplify your systems and then multiply it. And this is what we've done. And so, I started selling Christmas cards when I was a kid, door to door during Christmas to make some extra money. Because in our family, if you wanted to have some money to spend, you had to go earn it. And then you learned the systems, you learned the strategies, you had some small successes, then you just did it again. And they did it again and again and again and we just kept adding zeros and zeros and zeros. So guys, taking a small business in step number one, you can either make money at your job or you can make money with your small business. But a real small business is really basically just a job. The goal is to figure out in step 6 how to multiply it, how to simplify it and multiply it, how to turn that small business into a large business. And not necessarily a large business with a lot of employees, but a lot more revenue going through there and a lot more success going through there. So that's step number 6. And you do that by going through these classes and by going through some wonderful classes that we have available for you in the foundation. So I'm going to take you there right now if I can. And we're going to go to the Success and Money Foundation. And I'm going to show you where you can go to some of these classes. So one of the best places right here is Steve Gibson. So the way you get there is we're going to come here to the successmoneyfoundation.org, number 3, which is free courses and books. And then I'm going to come down to 3.4, which is study successful people, best-selling authors, educators, and entrepreneurs. So this is just the shortcut to it. And Steve Gibson is one of the best right here. So we're going to come down here, and I have some wonderful classes on businesses. And of course, Casey Boss, somebody I would really study. But if you want to really kind of get started, I would start here with Steve Gibson. And he is the founder of the Academy for Creating Enterprise. They have 1,250 chapters all over the world. They meet face-to-face in small chapters, and they work together to figure out how to take their small business, turn it into large business. And there are 25 rules of thumb that he starts with. And then there's 2 courses, the Start Now and the Grow Now courses. And both of those are available here. They've given us permission to be able to take this wonderful material, and it's all right here. So you can come down here. There's the book right there if you want to see how they did it. There's the 25 rules. Here's some stuff that I talk about on there. There's the rules of thumb. There's the Start Now and the Grow Now courses. And so that's where I would go. That's a great place to turn into number 6, especially take that small business and turn it into a large business. And that's kind of the key of what you need to do. Okay, guys. So the way you get financially independent, financially free, is doing the first 5. But you got to take that small business and turn it into a larger business so that you can bless more people's lives. And you do that by simplifying, multiplying, simplifying, multiplying. But the key is to get started. I don't care if you succeed or fail. What I care about is you get started and you go do it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Make a difference.